It's just so horrible. Again, Kirk was just 31 years old and leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Trace.
Christina, thank you. Let's bring in the author of Domestic Extremists, Peachy Keenan, Israeli Special Ops veteran Aaron Cohen, former Trump Deputy Communications Director Caroline Sunshine, attorney Katie Zachariah, the Chabad of Bel Air's Rabbi Chaim Mentz, retired FBI Special Agent Maureen O'Connell, 17-year-old activist, writer, and author Lucky Becerri, North Carolina Congressman Mark Harris, Cavalry Chapter Chino Hills Pastor Jack Hibbs, Fox News contributor Nicole Parker, Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell, political commentator Brylan Hollyhand, and California gubernatorial candidate Steve Hilton. Thank you all for coming off. We want to start on the actual search for the suspects and so on and so forth. Former FBI agent Stuart Kaplan said earlier tonight on Fox News that he thinks this about the assassination. Listen to him. It's call for one.
This assassination of Charlie Kirk, to me, is indicative of a professional hit, and I'm not so sure that we are going to quickly be able to apprehend this individual without some luck. This seems the earmark of a professional that got up onto this rooftop well in advance of the venue being occupied by the spectators.
Yeah. Nicole Parker, to you first, what do you think? I mean, using the word professional hit is a pretty bold statement. What do you think about that, and what do you think happened here?
I have to say that based on what I can see, I agree with the former retired FBI agent Stuart Kaplan. I mean, it was a sharp shot, okay? 1 round to the throat. And again, remember, this was elevated. It appeared that they were probably about 2 stories up. It wasn't just a 1 level. It was probably 2 stories. And Charlie Kirk was underneath a tent. 1 round, and then it went silent. And mission accomplished for this nasty, evil, despicable monster that took Charlie Kirk's life away. But what I can tell you is that law enforcement is piecing together every single shred of evidence that they have. But there was something that they said in the press conference to me that's indicative of the video surveillance. I'm not sure that the video surveillance at Utah Valley University is high quality. I kind of gathered that based on what they said in the press conference. But what they would do is obviously piece together the video surveillance from the roof and backtrack the shooter's steps all the way back to, did they come from a vehicle? Were they dropped off? Things of that nature. But this is going to be a difficult case to solve. We need to put our prayers out there for law enforcement right now, because this is an all-hands-on-deck situation. I have many friends in the FBI. I know that they immediately, the ones out of FBI Salt Lake, said, we are going to be working day and night, and we are not going to stop until this person's in custody. Definitely
all hands on deck. Maureen O'Connell, would you add something to what Nicole was just saying there?
Yeah, I agree with what she said about all hands on deck. And I actually have a colleague of mine that called, and she said someone who worked closely with Charlie Kirk was also received a death threat today. I put that person in touch with the FBI, and the FBI was all over it within a matter of moments. So she's right. The cyber teams and everything, you know, FBI, if you have something or you see something, you have to let them know. Go to FBI.gov, submit a tip or a lead. You may not have the entire, every piece to this puzzle, but your one piece may be the one that, to Stuart's point, might be the good luck piece that we need to catch this monster.
Yeah. Jason Chaffetz, Fox News contributor, was also there at the very time this shot was fired. It's call for two, Katie. But Jason said this on the Ingram angle earlier, and I thought it was fascinating. Watch.
What was security like, to the extent there was security, getting into the area where he was speaking?
0 to none. Right above where Charlie was speaking, there was an awning, and people had gathered above that, and they pushed him off to the side. There were a couple of people in police, wearing, uniformed police. Charlie has his own detail, but look, you got 2,000-3,000 people, and there's a couple of people with Charlie's personal security detail. But again, we're talking a handful of 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, but nobody knows security better than you do, Aaron Cohen. And I just wonder, if you look at this scene right here, I mean, what do you make of all of this? You've got no security, almost no security, and what appears to be maybe somebody who's either well planned or being paid to do this.
So here's where I'm at with this, Trace. I don't know if this was a professional hit. I can tell you that the shooter was proficient. We'll find out more in the investigation. What I can tell you is that the security for this event is not multi-layered. It's soft. There were no bag checks. Thousands of people in that crowd. The fact that somebody can get in there with a weapon and get on top of a roof tells me everything I need to know, which is that Charlie did not have the insulation that was required. His immediate protective detail, which I'm sure these are very professional guys. I saw the footage of them jumping on him within seconds after the shot, trying to cotter that thing, getting him into that vehicle. All very, very professional. But the fact is that you can get into a Charlie Kirk event tells me this. We are now in a radicalization war. I frame this as domestic terror. This is the new face of terrorism in America. They killed Charlie Kirk because of what he says, what he stands for, and what he believes. And the radicalization pipeline is happening online, and it's getting fed into everybody's cell phone. And any one of those kids could have taken a shot at that kid. It didn't have to be from 75 or 200 yards or whatever the distance was. Yep. So my contention now is we have to wait for this thing to unfold. I think the FBI is going to tear this thing apart. Law enforcement is going to try and hunt this guy down within hours, and we'll know more at that point. But I will not be surprised, Trace, if there is a very extensive digital breadcrumb with this shooter, and we're going to find out.
Let me take a minute and tell you guys about something incredible that I'm building and why I need your help. It's called GIDEON. It's the first real-time AI-powered threat detection system for law enforcement and schools. It scans the open web, social media, Discord, Reddit, gaming chats, and flags violent signals before they explode. We're talking about radicalization, grievance buildup, martyrdom language, the exact warning signs we've seen before Uvalde, Buffalo, and the D.C. embassy murders. And right now, there's no system catching it, so I'm building it. And I'm asking you, my audience, the people who care, to help me fund it. Every dollar goes directly to engineering, law enforcement deployment, and getting this into schools and across law enforcement agencies across the country. And so if you've ever asked, why didn't they stop this? Or how come they didn't stop this? This is the answer. And if you're one of those serious guys out there watching this and you're a fan of the show, the ones with the capital, access, reach, the network, and you want to partner with me to seed this mission, I want to hear from you. Reach out to me. Click the link below and reach out directly if you're one of the big dogs. I'm building the system that stops the next attack before it starts, and it's called GIDEON. Appreciate you guys.